Emma Reynolds had always thought she was good at moving on. Growing up in a small town in Ohio, she learned early that life didn't wait for anyone. You had to keep going, keep pushing forward no matter what. So when Jake Thompson left for a job opportunity on the West Coast, she told herself she would be fine. After all, they had agreed that this was just a new chapter in their lives, a temporary separation until things settled. But as the months passed, Emma realized some people don't just leave, they stay. They linger in your thoughts, in your dreams, in the quiet moments when you least expect it. The first few weeks after Jake's departure were manageable. They talked every few days, shared stories about their days, their hopes, their struggles. Emma felt close to him, even across the miles. But slowly, the calls became less frequent. Messages went unanswered for hours, then days. The promises of visiting soon turned into vague plans never quite made. It was the kind of fading that sneaks up on you, like a slow sunset you didn't notice until the sky was completely dark. Emma found herself thinking about Jake all the time. At work, her mind drifted to the way he smiled when he told a joke or how he used to run his hand through his dark hair when he was nervous. At night, she replayed their last goodbye, wondering if she had missed some sign or if there was something she should have said. The more she thought, the more tangled her feelings became. She was caught between holding on and letting go, and neither option seemed easy. What Emma didn't realize then was that there were two main reasons someone like Jake stayed so firmly planted in her mind. The first was unresolved feelings, the unfinished business of a relationship that never quite had closure. When you don't get to say everything or understand why things fell apart, your heart keeps searching for answers, hoping to find peace. The second was the deep impact Jake had on her life. He wasn't just a boyfriend. He was someone who helped shape her into who she was becoming. He pushed her to be braver, to trust more, to open up in ways she had never before. That kind of influence doesn't disappear overnight. It lives on inside you, reminding you of who you once were and who you still can be. One cold autumn evening, Emma sat by the window of her apartment, the city lights casting a soft glow over her. She wrapped a wool scarf around her neck and took a sip of her coffee, her thoughts drifting once again to Jake. It had been nearly a year since he left, but the ache of missing him hadn't lessened. She knew she had to face those two reasons, the unresolved feelings and the impact, to find a way forward. Emma picked up her phone and typed out a message she had been rehearsing in her head for weeks. "Hey Jake, can we talk?" She hesitated, then hit send. Maybe this conversation would bring the closure she needed, or maybe it would be the start of something new. Either way, she was ready to find out. Jake's reply came quicker than she expected. "I've been hoping you'd reach out. Let's talk." That night, as they spoke over the phone, Emma finally voiced all the thoughts she had kept bottled up, the confusion, the hurt, the hope. Jake listened and shared his own struggles and regrets. For the first time in a long time, there was honesty, vulnerability, and understanding. When they hung up, Emma felt lighter. The unresolved feelings hadn't vanished entirely, but they no longer held her captive. And the impact Jake had on her life? That was something she could carry forward with gratitude, using it to inspire her next steps. Sometimes, she realized, people stay in your mind not because you're stuck, but because they helped you grow. And that's a kind of love that never truly fades.